Hey everybody, Tony D with a quick hot take on a couple of things. Let's just call this internet chatter. I don't know. So first off, sorry for the disheveled look. I was gonna mow the lawn today, and then it kept raining, and I don't know. I never got around to it. So tomorrow's gonna be sunny. I'm gonna do it then. Um, so first up, I had a guy in my comment section for Lovecraft Country said, "Oh, you're kind of bashing this thing for being woke," and he sounded like a very woke guy. Um, the thing is, I said in the analysis of the trailer that I want to see the show. I think the danger is that it can be ruined by too much wokeness. Too much wokeness that it'll get preachy. That's what you don't want. I think it's a great pitch, Jim Crow era Tales from the Crypt kind of show. I think it could be great. But if you use it as a platform to beat me over the head with the woke stick, I don't want any part of it. So I thought I made that very clear. I mean, I don't see the problem with it. And I don't assume that it's woke because it's in the Jim Crow era. I assume it could be woke because you got Jordan Peele, you got J.J. Abrams, and you got the fact that it's being made during this very woke time in entertainment history. What else? There was various chatter online. Oh, about Biden again. And the latest thing is he went on the Morning Joe show and kind of forgot himself again. Didn't defend himself very well. I think Tim Pool, he did a video on it. I think he kind of over exaggerated it a bit, but it's pretty clear that Biden doesn't want his Senate records released or his VP presidential VP vice president records released because he knows it's going to hurt him in the campaign, and people are just going to go through it and rail on him. There's a lot in there. I know it goes all the way back to, I think, the 70s, and he had to work with segregationists at some point. So I don't really see the problem with transparency. These are the same people who screamed about Trump and not getting his tax returns, but the difference is, see, Biden is running for president, and he was a senator, and the vice president. Those things directly correlate to policy and how he might run his presidency. I don't see any problem with releasing those records. I think he's a fool for holding back on them at this point. He might as well cut them loose and let people rail on him. But he didn't, so he's not really addressing it. What are you going to do? Guy doesn't want the records out. Apparently, he has the control over that. I don't know why he gets to control that. I don't know why he gets to hide anything, quite frankly. He is a public figure. When you're a public figure, shouldn't be able to hide squat. The only person who should be able to step in and hide classified things, if there's any classified things in the record, is the current president and administration. So, if there's some top secret thing in there, then yeah, that should probably be redacted. But I don't think anything off the Senate record, I don't think there's going to be any major revelations other than Biden said some bawdy stuff back in the 70s and 80s. But that's his own damn fault. He said it, and the Democrats have pushed this identity politics. And Joe didn't really fight it. He's gone along with it. So he went along with Kavanaugh. They all went along with Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh got Me Too'd badly. And look, I don't like the guy. I think there were plenty of other reasons not to confirm him. I think if you had argued those legal reasons, you'd be in a much better position now. But because you argued a bunch of BS that's probably not even true, or even if it is true, good luck proving it. You couldn't prove it. You definitely couldn't prove it. You definitely didn't have much evidence. Now you look like a bunch of a-holes. And you've lost your credibility and nobody believes you. So, the Tara Reade story just makes him look like a hypocrite. If you're so innocent, Joe, just do what Kavanaugh did. Have a big investigation with lots of questions and have everybody in your past, every woman you ever met, pulled out of the woodwork and grilled for hours on end in TV. Oh, you think that's unfair? Well, maybe you shouldn't have supported that for Kavanaugh. Maybe you should have just said, this is ridiculous. If there was a criminal complaint, that makes more sense. Since there's no criminal complaint, we should just move on. And it was 30, 40 years ago, whatever it was. Too far afield for any sensible investigation to take place. But you wanted to do this. You wanted to set this standard, and now you have to live by it. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's the basic premise of the whole thing. So I can't shed a tear for the guy getting raked over the coals for this. He's going to lose the election anyway, quite frankly. And real Democrats out there, you should really consider, at the very least, voting for a third party. I mean, if you hold your nose and vote for Biden just because you hate Trump, you're not doing yourself any favors. You're not sending a strong message. You're going to lose this election anyway. You're going to lose. The Bernie bros are done. They are done. So you might as well show the Democrats, really scare the pants off of them. Vote green. Those guys align with your values for the most part, and they probably got a better candidate. And I don't know who their candidate is yet. I don't think they have one. I think their candidate will be halfway decent, at least a decent person. I didn't agree with everything Dr. Jill Stein said, but she took some principled stances. She did a protest thing because she wasn't in the debates. I think she should be allowed in the debates. I think the libertarians should be allowed in the debates too. I think we should have more people in the damn debate. But, you're never, ever, ever going to get that until you start saying, you know what, I'm not going to vote for you. I'm going to vote for green. When they see, if the Greens get even 1% in one state that turns the tide in one state, they will change their ways. The Democrats will be like, okay, let's talk. Because that's what happened on the Republican side. The people who said never again for, who were big Ron Paul fans, who pushed for Paul. We were very excited about Ron Paul transforming the party. Guess what? A lot of them left the GOP. A lot of them did. And they became libertarians in 2016. And a lot of them just said, I'm not going to vote for somebody unless they're very, 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 very different. Now, a lot of them came back because Trump was very different. And he said very different things. Some of them libertarian things. Not all, but some. I mean, he's a big spending Democrat deep down. But so you will only improve your party. The Republican Party has improved greatly in the last 10 years or so. You can deny it all you want, but it's true. It's different. It's more populist. It's more of a big tent. It got rid of its homophobia. It's gotten rid of most of its racism. I mean, most of that stuff's gone. Democratic Party's going the other way. And the only way you can turn the tide is to send a strong message to the leadership. We're not going to take this anymore. You either change, you make the party moderate and good again, or we're going to leave. We're going to go to the Greens, and if we're going to keep losing this thing, we're going to lose. But that's okay because we were going to lose anyway, and we're not going to put in another terrible candidate so you could just keep nominating these terrible candidates. It's the only way things are going to change. Anyhow, that's all I got to say. Please check out my books. If you love politics, check out Wokistan, a novel at Amazon.com. Ebook, trade paperback, Kindle, unlimited is free. And of course, for fun, check out the Pineys, books 1, 2, 3, and 4, also available at Amazon.